Welcome back to Grim Dawn of Kalos. Man, that's a tortured reference. But no more tortured than anything else. And you might notice I look a little bit different. Basically just some minor grinding. I'll show you what I'm up to, or what I've been up to, and what I'm about to be up to, which is a lot more enhancement to my current kit to make it a little bit more meta. So one of the first things I did, you'll notice I now not only have one Whoopass stick, I have two Whoopass sticks. The Superior Cairn Skullbreaker of Fervor now, and Skullbreaker of Alacrity. And now you'll see my damage per second is 4,061. It was actually a 5,000 at a point, but I eventually relented and had to put more points into my Demolitionist, because the more points you put into the Demolitionist, the more physique, cunning, spirit, health, energy you get. And that was a significant portion as to why I was getting cracked in the mouth all the time. I still got a floating point available, not quite sure what I want to do with it. And it said, how did I get more of these Cairn Skullbreakers of Fervor, Alacrity? You just go around and go beat up that one guy in the Arcovian Undercity. You have to go in pretty far, but you can just beat him up multiple times, just run past everything, and it's no big deal. How many times did I grind him? A few. But right now, the important thing is that I have some actual crafting I'm gonna be up to.
Got any more scrap metal? Go on now.
Actually, first I need to go undo some of what I've got on my equipment. And somebody wants to talk to me.
There you are. Come, come. We have an errand you must perform immediately.
Sigh.
Yes, at once. Do not tarry. There are experiments to be run, and Darlet and I require explosive materials immediately. No time for questions. These magical artifacts aren't going to break themselves down, now are they? Are you still here? Head to the mines around the Arcovian foothills and Old Arcovia immediately.
You want boom boom sticks. Fine.
Good. Let us start the experiment immediately. Darlet, prep the blast furnace.
With the emphasis on blast.
Of course. I am fully confident that it will function as intended. Well, there may be a slight chance that we will tear apart reality when the artifact is consumed by the conflagration, but chances of that are very low. So low. 1 in a billion. You're safe. Really.
This is getting awfully large Hadron Collider for Lana.
I was correct. Just look at these wonderful components. We can finally begin studying artifacts properly. If only the Erelon Museum Society could see me now, they would be absolutely furious. Oh, and if you wish, you can have Darlet break down any items you find. Just bring her more explosives.
I have to bring her explosives to break stuff down? I don't think that's correct. Because all I need to do is just pay iron for it. Break down magical items into their basic parts requires great energy, so the clever inventor has made use of dynamite. Aha! Yeah, we're not doing that, because that's an anti-venom cell. Anti-venom cells are really easy to get, so I don't care. So we're going to keep the item.
Goodbye.
And we got a bunch more to craft.
Got any more scrap metal?
First off, we're gonna make a calamity. Not for myself, but because if you look up here, we have to craft a calamity relic and give it to Devil's Crossing in order to make them like us better. There's apparently nothing I can do to make Jarvis like me better, but I'll do what I can. Alright, we have Calamity. Next, I have to clear the hand armor too? What was I gonna do to the hands? Consecrated wrappings. Oh, yeah, that's what I was gonna do to the hands.
Any blueprints?
Not a big deal. I have notes this time. Yeah, because I really like these hand pieces, actually. That's a lot of attack speed. And attack speed is kind of funny for Nightblades. Well, saboteurs, but I have so little plugged into my, demolitionist that it kind of doesn't matter.
Scrap metal.
It's basically just become an option to just up my DPS more out of nowhere if I need it. Which is kind of a Lana thing to do. Anyway, I have my Calamity. What I need is Rigid Shell. That's a component. Aha! I need just one of them in order to make Inferno! Which I'm going to swap for this Equilibrium because check out these overblown elemental resistances. That's nuts. Forget that. And this I'm going to give away. I'm also going to need a couple of Scaled Hide and a couple of Enchanted Flint. Enchanted Flint. Scaled Hide. Okay. Now, with the Enchanted Flint, I'm going to bless the Whoopass sticks. I basically just doubled my DPS just by doing that, so it's kind of worth it. As for these... Actually, I'm gonna, like, demonstrate something in case you didn't know, because I didn't know. If you hover over this, it gives you a breakdown of your armor rating. And you see, chest is 26% chance to be hit, legs are 20% chance to be hit. So if I up them, and their armor absorption is 70%... If I give them these scaled hides, that means I have a near 50% chance to be hit in it. Oh, it did so much better than I thought. It upped my armor absorption everywhere. Oh, that's cute. I didn't know that. I just thought it was going to up my chest and arms. Neat. Okay. I do think I need another anti-venom cell, but I can get another anti-venom cell really easily. I could just, like, crap one out of nowhere. Yeah, but I already have... why not? Because the anti-venom cell is going to go on the belt. I think that's what my notes say. No. Bristly fur is going on the belt. That's fine. Bristly fur. Did I prepare that? I didn't prepare bristly fur, but I can get some.
Don't get killed out there.
I'm working on it.
Got something you need stashed.
Bristly fur. Yeah, but we're gonna put it on the helmet and the belt. Because the odds of getting hit in those areas are really low. Not like it really matters, because we just, like... amplified our armor to such stupid degrees. And what that did is our constitution is now 50% higher than it used to be. I don't know where it says what our constitution is. But I kind of don't care. It's gonna show up later. Burning weapons granted by items empower your attacks with blazing flame. And it doubles. Cool. Probably so if I get, like, debuffed. I have to get debuffed twice for it to stick. Anyway, I'm going to swap out an older ring for a newer ring, and swap out this Bloodbrier's Thorn of Blood. That's why I didn't need the poison up, because Bloodbrier's Thorn of Blood had a really nice 45% poison acid resistance, and this ring has pierce and ether resistance in large quantities, and some attack speed buff, and a little bit of cold damage. That's not bad. But now that they're there, I'm going to drop a ward stone on this amulet, getting my elemental resistances back up. They're not overcapped much, but they don't need to be overcapped much. Silk Swatch goes on the shoulders. Soul Shard goes on the ring. I had a plan for a Vicious Jawbone. And it's not in my notes. Oh well. Mark of the Traveler. And Consecrated Wrappings. This is going to give me a little bit of chaos resistance. Just the right amount of chaos resistance I need. So now we don't need this anymore. In fact, let's just send over all the components. And we can just go ahead and drop these. Keep this around so we can complete that quest. $69.86. I don't know how that happened. Probably because of the attack speed up. But that is ridiculous. I was thinking that 4,000 was a decent amount of damage per second.
There are a few.
Sorry. I'm just reporting in. I get a Blood of Chthon and Devil's Crossing reputation. How much is that reputation actually worth? Devil's Crossing, I am respected, except by Jarvis. But I need to be honored in order to go after a particular... I think respected is enough. But I don't remember how to get into the Slip Dungeon. So I'm not going to worry about it. Instead, now that I am all teched up, I'm going to just double check my notes. See a little bit of a speed upgrade on the Mark of the Traveler. It's going to make life a little bit easier. I submit a Calamity, Illusionist. Oh yeah, Illusionist. Mostly because I know I'm going to stick with these sticks for a long, long time. So they're pretty much ready to illusion up. And I've got a decent idea of what I want them to look like. There, now they look like the Khraa'ya array and the Lana is known for. And let's change this around to something a little less stupid looking, because the stuff that's on fire does look really stupid. Something not too ostentatious. That's fine. Maybe the hat. I'm probably gonna change out the hat at some point. So I kind of don't care. But I'm still glowing in... Oh, I'm glowing because of the buffs. Okay, that's fine. So, where I'm gonna go next... we're gonna go back in. In, out, in, out, in, out.
Let me clear your mind of regrets.
We're gonna tweak around the devotions a bit. I did previously remove the Scholar's Light. Okay, we didn't have to go back in here anyway. I did prepare this ahead of time. I stripped out a few devotion points. Also, for the record... Oh, I tabbed out my weapons. Sorry. where is the world map? Yeah, I got the Arcovian Foothills shrine. I can't believe how stupid it was, because if you look at the footage, you can kind of see what happened, in that I beat up everybody around this particular shrine, and one guy just sort of like vanished into the walls. I never actually found him, and so it didn't count this as being completed. So I ran and did it again, and now I've got the point. I'll drop the equilibrium as well, though. Yeah, it's a tiny thing, but tiny things can be really irritating. Like a rock in a shoe.
Safe storage, no questions.
Because now, Lana's got massive fire damage right now. And if that volcanic fury goes off, it fills you with fiery fury, causing your attacks to ignite enemies. Energy, 15-second duration. Yep, that's some fire damage.
I'll keep an eye out.
And what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to start on the Falcon, because the Falcon is my next point of order in the actual climbing of crates. Because once I get to here, I'll have access to a lot... no. I do think I'll go max out... Ether I get ether resistance there, elemental resistance here, and elemental damage. If I went here... Yeah, this is the better play for now. Because eventually I'm going to get this, I'm going to get the Quill, I'm going to get the Falcon, and then I can proceed to some of the areas that I want down here. I want Blind Sage, Attack Seru, and most of Leviathan. Oh well, now the paperwork is out of the way. Time to go to Homestead and do just a little bit more paperwork over in that direction. Because last time, if you remember, I mean, I don't remember because I've been doing other games since then. You wanted cannons, right? You're still One Piece. Suppose it means you didn't try to enter the conflagration. Actually, I kinda got your stupid cannons. Sorry. Well, I'll be damned. You got more guts and brains, but you won't find me complaining when those cannons are back in our hands. I'll have some men sent out there and haul them back immediately, which you apparently did. You've done the Legion a huge service, thank you. He's got some kind of accent, but I can't quite place it. And Lana's just gonna walk off, because that's how she rolls. Because the next thing I'm gonna do is actually progress in the game. Because around here, we've got some areas to worry about. What are these guys up to? Poor soil, not like at the Elmsworth estate. That was some good dirt. You missed dirt. Thank you for bringing us here. I admit I was resolved to die in that ditch when you found us, but I found a new purpose here in the fields. These old hands may shake when they hold the sword, but I can still use a rake just fine. And blasted Dermatrons, an entire year's worth of food is gonna go to waste out there. And why haven't the Black Legion killed the Tyranids? Hell if I know. Sommer's only concerned with their war against the Ethereals. Then there's the blasted cult. I'm no soldier, so I suppose I'll just keep my mouth shut and do the work in the fields we do have. Suckers. This is why I eat bacon. Speaking of eating bacon, let's go kill some animals. There are a lot of animals out here who need a whooping. And it's time to actually whoop some. Gigantic lobster bacon. And we're clearing out these Dermapteran eggs. The mushroom-looking thingies. What here? Food. But that's okay. Lana's developing a taste for Dermapteran. They are not wasps. Big suckers. Real big suckers. Just imagine how big the queen is if these how big these guys are. Did they hatch? I thought I killed the eggs. And what else is going on? Pumpkins. Lana's no vegetarian. She's just killing them incidentally. Yeah, one thing about doing a bunch of grinding off screen for these skull breakers is that I'm never gonna have to grind again. Ever. At least not for a long time. I'm gonna get all the XP I want, just basically just as I go. What's in here? Food that I don't need, but that's fine. More gigantic lobster thingies! And I have to Numa actually. I gotta remember that that's a thing. My heal reflexes from Dawn of War 2 are fighting my healing reflexes from Numa. Rock to kick. Eggs to break. Lobsters to kill. How many of them have I gotten? Because we also have an ethereal amalgamation to take out. Still look for those eggs, though. What's back here? Anything back here? Okay, that's where I came from. Return to Douglaston Homestead. Yeah, I have taken out sufficient amounts of eggs, but I want to actually find the Dermapteran nest. There's a lot of food rations around here. This is the food area. Dahlia's diary. Because Lana can fit all the shit she gives about your privacy and basically the shield she doesn't carry. Oliver doesn't want me writing in here anymore. He says it fills my head with dreams when there's work to be done around the farm. So I've been writing at night when he's asleep. He cannot stop the muse that pulls the strings of my heart. The Weeping Oak by Dahlia Thornsbury. The limbs of a nearby tree tapped a steady rhythm against the bedroom window. Another storm was building on the horizon, but Dahlia could not shake the feeling that this would not just be another shower. She sat up in her bed, took a quick glance at her husband, Oliver. He was still fast asleep. Not even a hurricane would stir that man from his slumber. Dahlia got up, making sure not to shift the covers off her husband. She tiptoed to the wardrobe and retrieved her gear. A well-worn suit of light leather armor and a trusty sword, Stormheart. The blade sparked with electricity as she moved it from its scabbard. The enchantment was still as strong as the day she had found it in the tomb north of Darkvale. Dahlia replaced the blade and hooked the scabbard into her belt. She took one last glance at Oliver before heading out the door. It was vigils. It was best he did not know about her little nightly vigils. He would just worry himself sick, and Dahlia could not stand to see him so obsessed over her safety. The wind whipped Dahlia's hair around her face as she stepped out the front door. The rain was already starting to pick up. The ground was drenched with moisture, turning the path into mud. Dahlia treaded carefully, planting every step on a stone or where the ground was still firm. At last she arrived at the edge of a lone oak tree, a place she could be alone with her thoughts, but there was something off about the spot that night. A deep sense of dread immediately overcame her. "I knew you'd come out to greet me, Dahlia, my dear," a ghastly voice spoke behind her, spoke from behind the tree. Dahlia drew Stormheart, its sparkling surface, turning the raindrops into mist. A dark figure shadowed itself and calmly walked towards her. She could not see the man's face, but she knew well who he was. "Come now, is that any way to greet your brother?" And Lana breathes a huge sigh of relief. The man spoke again. Dolly did not say a word. Instead, she let her blade do the talking for her. The figure countered her blows with a blade of his own, a burning sword that left streaks of fire across the air with every swing. Lana going, "Hey, that's copyright infringement." "I see you've been practicing," the man said with a grin forming on his lips. Thunder crackled in the skies, lightning flared down from the heavens, briefly illuminating the scene. The light from the storm revealed the face of Dolly's adversary, the grisly, heavily decayed face of her brother. "Jarvis," Dolly hissed through clenched teeth. She dove in for another attack. Somebody's got revenge fantasies going on. I have revenge realities going on. If I can find more bugs to take out my rage. More bugs on which to take out my rage. Oh, I already took out my rage on them. Okay, what's going on over here? Infested farms. More bugs on which to take out my rage.
That skill's not
Oh, but I still have so much rage. A rock, that'll do. I got money for taking out my vengeance on a rock. And what else is... Demeterans! It's a convention! But they don't stand a chance against Lana now. She doesn't even need Numa Numa anymore. Or to hit accurately. Okay. And... Hey, you're taking shelter. That's a people thing to do, not a lobster thing to do. Hey, more lobsters! Are you actually gonna challenge me? No, you're just gonna cook like lobsters. Hallowed ground. That sounds interesting. To defense ability 30, 12 elements. I could just get a component to put elemental resistance on stuff? Okay. Yeah, we're now at that point in the game where resistances are completely trivial. But then again, this is why higher levels of the game actually... Oh, is that? A shrine! Want... I have more that I can do. And I don't think that's the only shrine out here. I think there's actually more. I just kind of have to sweep the area. And, oh, Taken Bot did not forget about Waspinator. Taken Bot just brushed past Waspinator, so... There's something down here. Ah, you can't fool me. I can read a map. Ooh, briar thorns. Good palate cleanser. Yeah, you can't just live on lobster forever. You kind of need a little bit of bacon. Lana will never get over bacon. Rotting craplands. Oh, mutant evil stegosauri. They're not as big as they used to be, but they're making more of them. Little baby mutant evil stegosaurus. And now level 43. The map says there's something around here. The map was a liar. Man, look at these shield dudes go down now. They're nothing to me. Oh, portal, portal. Want portal? Okay. Bunch of ethereal shenanigans. Avoid fighting too much in the blight. Fight them out of the blight. and whoop on them, even if they do just look like little fireflies. And what else is going on? I heard something. You there. Numa, just preventative, and they all fall down. Oh, Waspinator find lobster friends! And it availed Waspinator not. Stick the dead. Tower shield. Guild investment of blight. 36 vitality resistance. Wow. Okay. That's interesting. If I ever don't need as much pierce resistance, I'll give that a call. But it'll probably be outmoded by then. Go figure. There's a barn that's full of ether energy. Is that where they're doing the ether experiments? I'll run a loop around it first. That was the shrine that I got. Speaking of which... now let's go for the quill. 'Cause I don't think I need the falcon immediately. Okay. The last will of Marthos, whoever that is. Hidden wealth, you don't say. Here be written the last will and decree of the late Marthos Anthony Everbrook II to my daughter, dearest Lizzie. I leave the farmstead and its surrounding orchards. Let the land, which has blessed our family with harvest for generations, continue to provide for you and your children. And now to my bullheaded sons, Edric and Anthony, you have filled my remaining years with endless bickering over whom will inherit my fortune. To you I leave nothing but these words. I had the farmhands bury the gold somewhere on the Everbrook lands. You now have but two options. Move on with your miserable lives and start anew through backbreaking labor, just as your grandfather did before you, or squander your youth searching for that which you do not deserve. I trust you'll make the right decision. Of course they're gonna go treasure hunting, idiot. More hallowed ground. Mark of the Myrmidon. Basically a cockroach. Powerful symbol bestowed upon the most fearless battle lords. A little bit of health and damage retaliation. Defensive, some defensive ability. But it's a shield component. Ew, gross. Let's see if I can get up here. Don't stand too much in the ether. Oh, there's nothing up here worth getting burnt by ether. Stupid magic plutonium. Now what? Lobster! And it dropped a vital essence, making it almost completely pointless that I have Numa anymore. Hi! Oh, I didn't notice you guys. Oh, that's because you keep just burrowing out of the ground. Anything else? Apparently, there's buried treasure around here, so now I'm interested. It's probably bacon. Walter's note. I can see smoke rising from the Everbrook estate. They're nearly here, whatever they are. I barricaded the doors and windows as best I could. All that remains now is to wait for them to come to us. The wife insisted that we abandon the farm and head for Homestead, but I'll be damned if I let some green-eyed freaks kick us off our land. If they have green eyes, I think you've got a real big problem, especially if they're glowing. Our family is not toiled on this farm for generations just to leave it at first sign of trouble. These cowards in Homestead can leave their crops to rot. When all this blows over, I'll still be here tending to the harvest, and they will look like the fools. I think we're all looking a bit like the fools. Mostly you guys. Lana's doing just fine. Hallmark of Soleil's Malice. Elemental resistance, which is so last level. Let me out. Stupid books. Anything over here? Anything that's not pain? I'm pretty sure there's something that's not pain. I just look around. I getcha. Maybe they'll come around. Maybe not. I don't care. I got bigger ether thingies to kill. Oh, I see a totem, though. I want that totem. And I'm gonna get it. Nothing can stop Lana from getting what she wants. And a hidden area. I gotta save that. I'm gonna kick you now, because it's always a good time to kick idiots. Effigy of Ruin. It's a caster offhand. Screw that. Bassinet of Destiny. A hat. Pierce, poison, acid, bleed. Now, if only you had ethereal resistance. Speaking of ethereal resistance. Oh wow! Mutant Evil Stegosaurus, you've returned! Maybe you could give me a challenge this time. Whoa! Well, he certainly did that. Okay, Lana can no longer treat this as a joke. And she'll find where she died. That's up north. Okay. She finally found something she has to take seriously. Lana hates taking things seriously. Numa. Hello, Numa. Something went wrong here. Numa? Okay, it does work. Maybe it doesn't work when I'm holding attack down. That would be awkward. And I just perma lost some experience, but who cares? I have so much XP, I really shouldn't be caring about losing more. This ain't no hardcore playthrough. It is for you. Okay, it does work. I was getting a little worried. Okay. And so far, put a blade through your eye. Hope I got some good crap out of that. And the best crap of all, my experience, my XP body. Okay, let's see what we got. Mantle of Incantations. I don't care about. Decent ether resistance on the clothing. And a two-handed axe that I probably will never care about. Ah, it was a bust. Oh well. And I died 2 times for it. One of those due to my own stupidity, and another due to also my stupidity. Okay, what's up here? Hey! Ether scarecrows! And over here? Hello! It's like they're defending something. A flesh warp plate mail of knock it off. I'm trying to see what I got. Plate mail of squalls. Oh, good. I thought it was going to be another shield. Chaos resistance. Chaos resistant armor. With not awful pierce resistance. Yummy, yummy. Alright. More the veterans! I gotta find you guys a stupid nest. Kill your queen, because I'm the queen around here. Okay. What's going on here? I don't recall this being that big. Oh, people. Something around here, though. Animals! People are a kind of animal. And they withered away. I think I understand where the ethereals are getting their stegosauruses from. They're kind of stealing them from the wildlife. They're like me. They're taken too.
I can't do that yet.
Okay, now it's finally sun up. Let's see if we can find those nests. Because they spawn in really weird places, as I recall. Hey! Okay, I'm gonna need to pay attention to this. How about you fight me out here, where it's not booby-trapped? Yeah, nope. Come on. Bring it, where I have the healing power. Alright, now where is... This wasn't anything, was it? No, I've been in there. I'm taking everybody's stuff now that they've fled the area. And I'm running out of area that I haven't completely burglarized. There's something new up here. I hear footsteps. Ooh, am I getting closer? Am I getting closer? I hear there's a really big ass to kick around here. Where is it? Because you guys aren't all that impressive. Clearly, if the ethereals were wasting their time on you, then it was a waste indeed. And the ethereals took my slander personally, apparently. Skin flare raiment? Bleed resistance. And poison belt. Okay, not important. Someday I'll run a poison build. But this is not that day. I shall run elemental builds forever! I can barely see what's going on. Okay, flesh for pauldrons of protection. That sounds interesting. Fierce resistance. How much ether resistance do I need? My ether is actually overcapped. I do need plenty of chaos resistance, and that's what the stupid shoulder pads are actually doing for me. The stupid shoulder pads that look so dumb, I needed an illusionist to make them look less dumb. Alright. Something's around here. Sky bacon! A little bit better than lobster. Dies just as easily, though. Then again, everything dies easy to me now. Taking them down. Stupid birds. Battle Axe of Alacrity, War Axe of Torrents, yeah. Basically, melee weapons, Lana's just kind of glossing over them as well, now that she has the Whoopass Sticks of Destiny. Wald's note. Is this kind of funny one? We got away. I couldn't believe it at the time, but we gave those ethereal bastards the slip. They'll never think to look out here in the wilderness. There's nothing here but trees and rocks. Certainly nothing for the likes of them. I've gone ahead and set up a camp while a few of the guys ventured out to scavenge for berries and firewood. They should be returning soon. Maybe not be much, but I think we can turn this place into a home away from home. Hell, even the birds must be finding it to their liking. I can see a few of them circling overhead from time to time. Ah! Those are vultures, dude. Tasty, tasty vultures, and you do not have the ability to take them out. Not like Lana does. Lana will always be around to laugh at the misfortune of the stupid. What's down here? Then again, Lana's not immune to the stupidity of her own. She tries to figure out where she's supposed to go next. Man, some defense you guys put up. She can't knock that down. But she's getting closer. There's more blighted land that I'm absolutely not going to walk through because that's dumb. Money? And stuff to beat up. A carbine of ruin, that sounds like a gun. Which I don't even have any notion of whether that's going to be any good for anybody because my attack damage is so stupidly high right now that everything else looks like trash. Even good things look like trash. Oh, fighting in a forest! Numa because I can't see.
Skill's not ready.
Health potion because I still can't see. Okay, what was going on in here? They were hitting me with a lot. And I was not screwing around this time. So... now what? I completely missed the Dermactoran Queen, didn't I? The Cask of Readiness. Here's Chaos Elemental. Ethereal Chaos Elemental. How overcapped is my Ethereal? It's getting there. Hi! Now getting some real stuff. Also shields. Bacon for people. What's going on here? Oh hey, it's a giant mutant evil stegosaurus. Nothing really useful. Then again, nothing is useful anymore, so... yeah, there you saw the little light orb come out of him. And there too. Because the light orbs actually had enough hit points to survive just the onslaught that Lana's putting out. More lobster. More lobster! I think we found it! I think we found their home! Let's just cut them up. And roast them at the same time. Okay, let's drop a portal back there. Mostly just so we can find this place again. Because, yeah, that spawns in random places. Okay. And get out of the stupid... Okay. I tend to think that that guy's buried treasure is not just gonna be under a rock. A bigger scarecrow. That still goes down like a punk. And nothing interesting drops still. Yeah, but Lana's kind of got nobody to blame but herself for nothing interesting dropping anymore, given that she's got the most interesting stuff that's probably gonna be seen in the base game. At least until really high difficulties like Elite. Maybe it'll crop up. Some actual, like, ultimate gear. Man, that cloud of flies just, like, wandered into me and died. Like everything else in this game. I can kill you. Okay, now what's going on here? Nothing much. Hello! And... there. Now that I have your attention, you guys are apparently building something back there. Where can I find it? Oh boy. I think this is it. Considering I'm not too far off from the Dramapteran Queen, I kind of want to go find where that was again. Map. There we go. Where did I put my portal? I put it specifically so I could find it again. Oh, well, Lana's just gonna have to retrace her steps. Through the Ether Blight, which isn't great. Alright, over here. More things to kill. A source of minor XP and maybe some equipment. Particularly armor. Armor matters. As I hardly have the best armor right now. I'm just kind of making do armor-wise. My armor is you being dead before you kill me. Uh-huh. Some stuff's going on around here. I think these are bugs, but I can't really see with the tree. Gigantic lobster. Is there anything in there? Not really. Now what? I think I'm starting to get into the area where I'm going to take out your queen. Man, it sucks to be that guy. There we are. The portal doesn't show up on my map. Okay. Let's just clear out a bit more. Oh, hey, you guys are out in the light. I heard you guys feared the sun. Now what? What is that? Oh, it's cauldron. Okay, time to go say hi to your mom. Hi! I'd like to file a complaint. You guys aren't tasty. Not nearly as tasty as the bacon. And I'm still breaking the eggs. I think breaking the eggs actually does something. Hello. And not just, like, preventing things from spawning. A glacial steel war axe of alacrity. If I had another build, that would be interesting. Just collecting eggs. I'm gonna need them for cooking someday. Oh, wait a second. If the Mapterans go extinct, how am I gonna get their eggs? Lana's in a bit of a conundrum. Maybe she's going to have to learn to eat their Mapterans so that the pigs don't go extinct. Oh, a bigger one! And it put up a big fight. A pheromone gland of somebody. Lozakal. I don't know if these bugs had names. Let's kill their babies. Quickly kill their babies. Anybody left? Okay, there's something over here. Ooh, I got... their babies turned into a gun. Ah, RPG loot drops. Lana doesn't care that she's surrounded. As long as she can keep that Numa up. They're mildly stunning me. A puncturing Dermapteran slicer of silver. I think that's actually a not terrible drop. And yeah, there's a bunch of really neat drops around here. Part of the whole point of exterminating the nest is to basically find as many as I can. And then once I kill absolutely everything, I'll go deeper in. And I'll find more stuff. She can't Shadow Strike over there. Now she can. Okay, now what? I recall Demapter and Slicers are actually pretty alright. Now, the minuses aren't actually that bad. Amaras's quick cut increased the weapon damage. If I was actually doing that build and being a proper Nightblade, that would be interesting. I'm not, so it's not. Okay. Alright, I think I gotta go down a level now. I thought everybody was dead. I was incorrect. Quite a few things are still alive. Not for long! What was I swinging at? You stupid bugs are giving me guns? I guess Tyranids really are a shooty army. Alright, what's in here? Nothing fun. Okay, there's two ways to go down. I think they both lead to the same one. Skittering Den. Another gun! What is with bugs and shooting stuff? Big bugs. With enough of them around, they might actually put up a fight. And no chance.
I can't do that yet.
All right. Oh, here's a big pile of them. Another Dermapteran Slicer.
My inventory is full.
That she can't carry. Maybe that'll work. There we go. Atta girl. Alright. Surely we can clear more space than that. There's a treasure chest I'm probably not going to be able to pick up. What do we got? Books. Vestment. Some chaos resistance. And something I don't care about. But I'm still going to gather it anyway. Junk run. This time I only have to go to Homestead. The Black Legion run this place.
I'll keep your stash safe.
Okay. I have a place where I can just drop this real quick. Yeah, this'll work. Drop the biggest stuff, so that way it kind of sorts itself. Then the 3x1s. Okay, then components. That clears out a lot of room. Sapphire Amulet of Winter Storm. That's not a very good amulet, considering I'm getting like 45 poison acid resistance out of this one. Which I need. Because I'm not overcapped somehow. Okay, then we got a bunch of these floating around. Bunches and bunches of guns. And just throw everything else in there. Okay, then Ancient Hearts, I think they can go into the regular bins. Here's more stuff to sort through off camera, and...
I'll keep
Okay.
an eye on.
While I'm here... Yo, lady. Thank you for clearing out the farm. Best news I've heard. Oh, heavens, I hope you didn't read it, but it's not proper to stick your nose in the lady's private scribblings. Thank you. I dropped it when we fled the farm. Figured the Dematrons would have shredded it by now. You have a promising career ahead of you of being crazy. Okay, there's somebody over here. Actually, you wanted me to clear the eggs. I'm relieved to hear that, and that you've returned in one piece. Dermaptors should not be trifled with, especially in such numbers. I'm not worried about their numbers. I'll speak to Captain Somer about sending guards out along with some farmers. We'll have the fields cleaned up in no time. In the meantime, I was hoping you'd hear me out on a far more grave task. Lana groans. What? Dermaptron hives are cyclical in nature. Every 7 years or so, they birth a new queen, which promptly proliferates their numbers and causes them to explode across the countryside. In the past, we would rally together and exterminate the queen while she was still young, but after a grim dawn, Dermaptrons were allowed to thrive, and their queen is molted into a massive creature that spawns new Dermaptrons by the dozen every day. She has to be destroyed, otherwise the insects will eventually run out of food and attack us in force. The queen was always guarded by her 2 Grand Viziers, so you would have to acquire their pheromone glands to even enter her chamber. We know that the royal hive is somewhere out in the rotting croplands to the west of Homestead. After the way you handle the infested fields, I'm confident in your abilities. Will you help us halt the Dermaptron reproductive cycle? I'm all about preventing things from reproducing. We'll gladly pull together our iron bits if you can pull this off. Way ahead of you, actually. Lana the Proactive. Said no one ever. Get all the stuff. There's that Dreadmaker foot pads. I didn't understand what it did. Physical resistance. Interesting. Physical resistance and physical damage. That's like so hard to come by, actually. Yeah, the Whoopass sticks do it, but that's part of what makes them so good. And so rare. And so worth it. Hey! Even the animals have somewhere to hide their stuff. Okay, now I'm curious what this does. Wait a second. I think I went too deep. I went too deep. And too greedily. The only solution to this is to go in even deeper and greedier. Okay. No, wait, I saw something move. Hello. Eventually, Shadow Strike will get you. Okay, what's going on down here? What levels are things? 47? Hi. And I'm still whooping the crap out of you. Even though you're 5 levels higher than me. Or 4 levels higher than me. Wow. A lot of levels fast. A Ring of Alacrity. That sounds interesting. That's not a bad ring. Attack speed and chaos resistance. Both of those matter. Okay, what else is going on here? I get this sneaking suspicion. I'm not gonna want to be here for very long. And they're not gonna want me here for long. Oh, a shrine! I want the shrine! Stop. Hey, fart. Get wafted away. Let's rock! Something
That
didn't go
skill's
right.
not ready.
You done yet? What the heck? It's a good thing I'm awesome, or that might have killed me. And it sucks. And it kind of sucks. Elemental Bleed Granado. Kind of sucks. But now... no. My devotion route was currently going to Quill, not Falcon. I could have had Falcon by now, but it doesn't matter. Because I need to be grinding up a bunch of the greens in order to get to some place that I want. I may have to check my notes again. Still 8% ether resistance, that's not bad. Especially considering what I'm about to do. Yes, I'm overcapped, but being overcapped versus something that might pop resistance reduction. Numa Numa. Man, this guy's sucking it up. Man, Gollum's really putting it on. And he had a ring. Go figure. A ring of scorching. No, the ring gets scorched, obviously. And what have we here? Some kind of pants. Elemental resistance, 9% chance to avoid melee attacks, and pierce. Once more, Lana is punished for not being a regular Nightblade. Now what? Oh, that's a biggin. Need to back up a little bit. Numa Numa. And down they go. Trying to escape. Bone spikes don't matter. Ornate leggings, they might matter. Ether resistance pants. They don't do much else, but I can get elemental resistance from other stuff. Big worms. Come on, waft away the fart. Not like it matters. Okay. Oh, I can go back up. Good to know. I have no idea what the point of being down there was. And I think I really want to be going down this way. Actually, there's areas I haven't gone to over on the right.
That skill's not ready.
I knew I left people alive. Get wrecked. Alright. Ha. Okay. Yeah, I have cleared this out. Okay, and there's one also back that way, which probably is going to lead to similar things. I know I can go for the queen right now, but I want to be really, really thorough. I'm pretty sure there's not going to be any more map runes floating around. I cleared out just about everything I could have. Now, where does this go? Swarming Hatchery. Here's the thing, I thought I had the pheromones that I need to get into the Queen's chamber from killing her viziers or whatever. I mean, I can't tell one of these lobsters from another, but Yeah, let's make them stack up a bit. And they'll die. Really easily. Okay. One thing about all those things around is that I always have someplace to shadow strike to. Get right into the middle. And are you a bug vizier? A slicer of spines. I think I have slicers of spines. Quaff of tormented souls. Anybody else? There's gotta be more around here. Yeah, I got the big one. Does anything else matter? Should have left the egg so I could shadow strike out quickly. Oh well. Okay, now for more bugs. As I cleared those two areas, now all that's left is to get to the queen.
I can't do that yet.
They have doors. Lovely. I'm here to speak to your manager. I see a cave entrance. I don't entirely trust where it leads. I think I see the queen up north. She stands absolutely zero chance. Yeah, that's her. Smuggle Lana's shoes. And she just cannot catch me. It's far too late for your hide now. Gauntlets of Readiness. That doesn't sound bad. Ether resistance and stop it. There's some Demaptron Slicer of Alacrity. Hello.
That skill's not ready.
Obnoxious. What was this? That's to the hive entrance. Uh-huh. Let's actually take out the mama herself. Let's test your fat ass versus my Numa Numa. Your ass is literally losing.
That skill's not ready.
Oh, she's doing something now. Oh, bring it on, bitch. 341,000 hit points. Really would be a shame for you if I had an ability like, you know, execution.
That skill's not ready.
Boom. I am the queen of this hive now. And I have a blueprint for old Jax. That sounds wrong. It is a crude, surprisingly effective weapon, two-handed range. Don't care. But this Claw of the Ether. There was a Slicer of Alacrity, which is not as awful as the rest are. As per puncturing Alacrity. Anything behind your ass? Not really. Royal Hive? Oh, it sent me to the start. Gotcha. Thought I had a portal here. Oh well. Queen down. No, I knocked out the portal in order to do a junk run. Yo. I've dealt with an Bacterian Queen. Very, very tasty. That's the best news we've heard for weeks. I will speak to Captain Sommer about getting a proper kitchen set up. Your continued support is in ensuring Homestead will produce enough food for all. And Devil's Crossing? Don't worry about me, I can make my own food. There's plenty of pigs out there, and they respawn whenever I restart the game. But you have done much to help us get our fields back in order, but I can't spare anything until my people have had more time to grow a fresh crop. If you continue to help us out, then things will free up hands. I need to tend to the harvest. Clearing out the beasts roaming the land will also ensure we can work in peace. I got another inventory bag space. Finally! I'm still gonna have to drop off junk. But given the amounts of stuff that I'm gonna be killing, I'm gonna be dropping off a lot of stuff. So it kind of winds up evening out. Three bag spaces. What is this? Gallus's Ring of Scorching. Yeah, I was joking about the Golem thing. It resists Pierce and Chaos. But it did not resist having its finger lopped off. Yeah, that one I saw. If I ever don't need rings for resistances and whatnot, that'll be interesting. But I imagine by that point, I'll have better stuff anyway. Because I'm basically unstoppable.
I'll keep an eye on this.
My defense ability is higher than my offense ability, considering my offense ability is doing 7,200 damage a second. That's nuts. I don't even know when that happened. I will be dealing over 10k by the end of the base game. And that's just the base game. Now, there's something else I can do. Do not yet consider you a close ally. But you can eat, jerks. Now what do I gotta do? Don't you want me to fight the cult? Because that's where this is going. Stay on your guard. The enemies of humanity are all around us. Can you open the gates? I'm sorry, we are under strict orders to not open the gates as long as the ethereal threat to the west still looms over us. Oh, yeah. I gotta go fight the other thing. How much time have I got to do that? I got time to do that. Their ethereal amalgamation. Uh-huh. Yeah, let's get this done. I think this portal was actually in a not terrible location for it. Yeah, it was. It was up north, but there's an area in Shadow that I want to check out on the way. Okay. Follow the map. What do we have here? Monsters from beyond the stars who badly need their asses kicked. Hey, don't mind me. I'm just here to kill your boss. You guys are just getting in the way. You're doing it to yourselves. Hi. And bye. I think it was up here. Something up here. Food rations that I do not need. Because I rock too much. Nothing can stand up to me. Not even piles of bones. I'm getting there, though. Any place that's got people I haven't killed is a sign that I'm getting closer. Here we go. The gruesome harvest. That sounds inviting. Hi!
It's only the beginning.
What have we got here? What? The ogres are working with them? Stop it, you idiots! You guys really are stupid, you know that? I'm just gonna put you out of your misery. I'm an equal opportunity ass kicker. Oh, you shield guys used to matter. Then I actually upped my stats. Now nothing you do matters. I am here to set the prisoners free from their lives. Ah, there we go. There's people I can kick for profit. Okay. Do you mind? I'm kicking people for profit. Alright, where else is there more stuff that's moving?
That skill's not ready.
Okay. You're free from life. I actually have to cross the evil fart in order to get through there. That's mean. Okay. Numa Numa, if I've got to. Okay. What are you guys protecting around here? No. No rocks. Dead person to kick for fun. A shotgun of decay. There's a lot of guns out here. Then again, it is a farm. Oh, hey, it's the biggest mutant evil stegosaurus of all. Maybe you'll put up a fight. A little, but you're like half dead already. The biggest mutant evil stegosaurus of them all. You will be delicious. What did I get from that? A stalwart pulsing shard of celestial wrath. Something something magic offhand something something. Making this entire mission a complete waste of time. What's in here? There is stuff in here. Just don't mind the radioactivity. Can I get up there? No? No? Oh, well. I had enough armor to resist the radioactivity. The amalgamation. Consensus is achieved. The Sanctum of Homestead is to fall within the fortnight. Stop saying fortnight. With the Herald making its steady approach from the north, nothing but conflagration in its wake, it falls upon me to render a force capable of assaulting the human stronghold from the west. The reanimators are tirelessly working within the cages, pouring the gift of the ether into the humans and trolls we have gathered for the purpose, but the real work will be conducted in the barn. It is true the humans have proven to be difficult hosts. I can vouch for that. The mind struggles against a greater power it cannot possibly fathom. Damn straight. But the flesh is malleable, easily tainted. I look upon the corpses filling the barn with the stench of decay, not as a sign of how fragile life is, but as a canvas upon which we will paint the future of Cairn. Theoden Marcel. Oh, you! You were here! I know who Theoden Marcellus is! Theoden Marcellus Wallace. Okay. Killed it. Next.
I have come to...
There was much commotion reported in the area around the gruesome harvest. I trust you have good news?
Yes, the abomination was delicious.
I see your reputation is well earned. The Legion thanks you for your service to the Emperor. With the ethereal threat crippled, we can now turn our attention to the cult of Khraa'ya.
Does that mean more people eating? Oh wait, that's what they're doing.
My scouts have reported back from the lands to the north. The situation is far worse than I ever imagined. The cult of Khraa'ya is on our doorstep and in great numbers. Worse still, they've been capturing farmers, travelers, even my own soldiers, and using them for their blood rituals. We cannot risk the cult bolstering their forces with chthonic beings. I need you to venture out beyond Sorrow's Bastion to the north and search their camps. Rescue any survivors before the cultists can use them as sacrifices.
What's out there?
Terrors from the void. Crazed humans hell-bent on harvesting your blood for their heathen god. Unspeakable dark rituals. The cult of Khraa'ya is a despicable group of degenerates that needs to be wiped out. I would not ask this of you if I did not think you capable. Will you stop the sacrifices?
It's almost like these guys are gonna hijack the game. You know, a game whose very name, The Grim Dawn, was kind of a thing around the Ethereals. The Ethereals don't wind up being a big player in this story after all. That's kind of funny. It's like, there are multiple different Cthulhus out there. They're all looking to dick humanity over, but all in mutually exclusive ways. That's kind of fun. Excuse me, citizen. I was wondering if you could help me out with something. What do you need? Homestead is running low on building supplies. We salvaged the barn roof to reinforce the walls, but there's only so much we can do with the sheets of metal. One of the buildings here would be a perfect place to let our men catch some sleep, but it's completely run down. We're going to need lumber. I just know the place to get it. Problem is the nearest lumber mill is overrun with chthonic spawn. I can do that. I've insisted to the captain that our men need a place to rest properly, but she feels the casualties would be too great to risk in retaking the mill. Well, don't worry. I can die over and over again, and it doesn't count. And I probably won't die anyway. You are not under command. You can do as you choose. Please head out into the Blood Grove to the north and secure Guyver's Mill. After your heroics of the gruesome harvest, a few chthonic runts should be a cakewalk. Got that right. Lana's doing it for the cardio. She needs to work off all that bacon she eats. Olgrim has requested your presence. See him immediately. Okay, fine. What's Stew Man want?
The one you call Ulgrim has asked to speak with the Order of Death's Vigil, so I have come before you.
Oh, you guys.
Just the person I'm looking for. The others may disagree with me on this, but there's something I need you to do.
Oh no, this isn't about killing things. This isn't about killing things. I'm worried that it's not about killing things.
There are 2 other groups of survivors in the region that we are aware of. but Somer and Creed do not consider them to be of strategic value. Frankly, I disagree. They may consist largely of fanatics, but fanatics aimed in the right direction can be a powerful force. I've asked representatives from both the Order of Death's Vigil and Kaiman's Chosen to visit here and speak to us. There is some obvious animosity between the two, but perhaps we can leverage that against them. I would like you to be our representative. Speak to both of them. Learn all that you can and decide which of the two groups would prove to be of superior strategic value. I just don't see them working together, I'm afraid.
Ah, boy, you want me, the Baconator, to be a negotiator. You must be really low on diplomats if you want this from me.
As much as I'd love to play politics again, Creed demands my attention at the war table. I'm asking you to do this because I trust your judgment.
And who are these losers? I mean, I've seen some of them before. There was a Death's Vigil loser around a while back, and I saw that one note from the Kaiman's Chosen lunatics.
Setting their fanatical beliefs aside, both groups have valuable resources at their disposal. Kaiman's Chosen may be religious zealots, but they are surprisingly well trained and should make formidable allies in battle. The Order of Death's Vigil, their powers over death send chills down my spine. But they are powerful mages and used to facing the world's terrors. I won't lie to you. It's not an easy decision.
Nor will I lie to you. Because just breaking the illusion that I haven't played this before, the real answer is Kaiman's Chosen. Not just because of the build that I'm running. Basically, you have two different choices of routes to take. This is another Angrim Duncan problem, but much, much larger. Because Kaiman's Chosen has a bunch of fire upgrades, and Death's Vigil is a bunch of, like, vitality and cold stuff. So, Lana kind of in a weird position because she has a lot of fire stuff, but she also has cold abilities. But she can't enhance her cold abilities quite as well. I mean, it's not like there's a Cryomancer class, there's a Demolitionist class. And the Demolitionist sets stuff on fire. So, yeah. Lana, in theory, Lana would be kind of torn between these two, in that she hates them both. Kaiman's Chew Toys and the Order of Death's Vegans. So, normally the choice is a lot easier for characters I roleplay, but the answer ultimately winds up being Kaiman's Chosen for reasons that will make a lot more sense lore-wise later on.
I have come to represent Kaiman's Chosen, as the one you call Ulgrim has requested.
We're the Chosen of Father Kaiman, blessed prophet of Empyrean, guardian of the divine flame, and savior of humanity. And you offer? We are well-trained and well-armed. I would hope so. Our men and women serve Cairn proudly and will die for her if need be. Our faith steels us against the wicked powers of the Ethereals and the Chthonians. With the Chosen at the Legion's side, our forces will be unstoppable. And Lana's just going, la-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. I don't care. Father Kaiman is our spiritual leader. He is blessed by Empyrean, the Lightbringer, first among the gods. I'm not even sure that's true. But, you know, religious lunatics. By his word, we will cleanse Cairn of the impure and the corrupt, starting with the abhorrent Order of Death's Vigil and ending with the Ethereals and Chthonians. The Order of Death's Vigil guy going, I'm standing right here. What can you tell me about the other guys? They're abominations that twist the divine thread of life to their will as if they were playthings. The Order is a plague upon the world, much like the Ethereals and the Chthonians. In order for Cairn to heal, they must be purged. And what sort of equipment? We are well equipped to deal with the fiends infesting our world. There's something there to suit most fighting styles, but warriors who wage battle with physical fire and lightning will fit right in. Okay, make your case.
The one you call Ulgrim has asked to speak with the Order of Death's Vigil, so I have come before you.
Alright, give me your spiel. We are seekers and preservers of knowledge trained in the ancient art of necromancy by our Grandmaster Buruk. We do not fear death, we embrace all it teaches us, and through it become more in tune with the world around us. What do you offer the Black Legion? We are experts in the arcane and masters of necromancy. Why send living men to die at the hands of our enemy when we could send loyal undead servants to battle in our stead? You will combat the enemy and preserve valuable human lives in the process. Something tells me that a necromancer caring about human life is bullshit. And what can you tell me about your boss? Our master is eternal. He was there when the Arcovian Empire was young and was there when they fell to his curse. The Arcovians, much like the Urielin Empire, shattered by the Grim Dawn, have persecuted necromancy and those who would seek forbidden knowledge. They tortured our master, eager to learn his secret to immortality. In return, Urbert cursed them with eternal unlife. And what can you tell me about the other guys? They're fanatics obsessed with their ancient faith, worshipping a non-existent god known as Empyrean. I'm not sure that's true either. Do none of you guys know the lore? Anyone that stands against their tenets is a heretic unworthy only of extermination. And that they are no better than the Empire which has persecuted the Order for generations. And what do? You should find our equipment that can handle most situations, but the users of Cold Vitality and minions will find our arsenal to be of great use. That's very gameplay-oriented.
I have come to represent Kaiman's...
You have decided then, and are the Chosen to come into battle alongside the Black Legion? Lana rolls her eyes. Yeah, sure. I've smelled you both out. You both reek, but you reek slightly less. Cairn will be pleased to hear this. This alliance will be beneficial to both groups. Let us banish the enemy at once. I must ask, did you visit our enclave to the north? We have taken over a part of Sorrow's Bastion and made it our new home. Seek us out by taking the road north through the fallow fields. When you reach the ruins, look for the tower. Once there, please speak to Brother Eluvius. He will set you upon our enlightened path. And also, dispose of this stupid Order of Death's Vigil peasant. Say no more! Hey. I can't kill him. I tried. Come on, can I kill you? No. I really did try. I thought he would be funny and delicious. Okay, so now I should finally be ready to go ahead, and the doors are open. Progress. Now, there's a bunch of stuff I can do now. In fact, there was one thing I actually wanted to try my hand at. That's not going to be all that long, but would probably be a decent use of the rest of the time left in the episode. Where was it? I think Twin Falls would be a pretty good way to get at it. Are you guys still struggling with these guys? If you recall, there was a big jerk up here who was being really, really mean. I'm gonna show him what it means to be really mean. And ignore everybody else in the process. Unless they're tasty. There you are. Do you stand a chance against me now, or do I stand a chance against you now? Oh, he zipped back. Ah, I see what he's doing. I can take him out, but it's going to take some effort. Just keep Numa, and he's half dead already. I just have to keep an eye on him. I might want to back off for a second, let my stuff recharge. Alright. Let's finish this off, jerk. Yeah, your ether bullets don't make much difference now that I have decent ether resistance. There's a blaster of the ether. Uh-huh. I could grind 106 ether damage. That's incredibly interesting. It's also got plus attack speed, so that's funny. It doesn't wind up doing anything, but I did take revenge. And in the end, isn't that what it's all about? While I'm here. Not like I need to grind, but...
I can't do that.
Sure she can. Okay, now that jerk is dead. I wonder if I'd want to do the Steps of Torment. That is a thing that I could do. I could probably pull it off. However, there are other things that I want to do while I have a spare moment. Like... the Foggy Bank? Was that it? Yep. In here, there is some place that I didn't have access to for a while. And... taken but remembers was the nature. Wow, that's a big bug. And it dies real fast. Not like it matters. Because what I'm really here for is, if I can figure it out, let's zoom the map out a bit, is not for any of you jerks. You guys are literally a waste of my time. Ooh, hello. There's a totem. Totem might be worth it. It wasn't my original plan. But hey, you see a totem? You kill the totem. I don't even need to kill things on my way. Lana is achieving enlightenment. So long as nobody gets in her way. Okay, that was a lot less interesting than I thought it would be. But I just get the final marked again. So apparently, those are actually just locked to whatever they were. Oh yeah, though, we're on our own. Yeah, so what was up with, Redneck the Cruel? Cronley's lesson, I'm telling you. Bastard's got it in his head that we can just march on over Devil's Crossing and take the place like they was dying in there. For what? Revenge? Bourbon's small fish, and that settlement's got low on supplies. They're as good as dead. Taking it as a fool's errand anyway. With the bridge out, it's practically an unassailable fortress. But Darius is gonna throw lives at it. Yeah, we got them crystals in our backs, making every man feel like 100, but that's done us no good when the only way into Devil's Crossing is up a sheer cliff and a bullet to the brains. No, Cronley and I are through. Me and the boys is headed for easier targets. To the west lie big farmlands, no doubt unspoiled by what's going down in the towns and villages. Farmers will be easy pickings, and the food should last us the year before we pack up and move again. No sense in sticking around for this jointed crew no longer. Now who's with me? Well, he was doing alright until I showed up. And then I showed up again with bigger levels. Anyway. Okay, what's the most efficient way to get back there? I think this is the most efficient way to get back there.
That skill's not ready.
Hey, don't mind me, Slith. Hey, you got in my way. I just needed some place to Shadow Strike to. Here was a dynamite place that I teased really early on. And now that I have dynamite, and you know, I'm probably like 20 levels higher than I should be. I stand corrected. They're at level 46. Okay, this might be more interesting than I thought. Okay, what do you got? I'm actually having to Numa. And I actually died. See, it's always getting sloppy and wandering someplace that it's debatable whether I should be there or not is what's getting me killed. But it's okay. The most annoying part is wandering through this area again. Not Foggy Bank, the upper one. There we go. An area I'm actually gonna have to take seriously. Neat. What is this? Low-level trash. I'm not even gonna justify it. Don't mind me. Come on, I don't even have nice chill up. Fine, I'll play with you. Yeah, go away. Anyway, now for what I actually wanted, a sunken reliquary. Get my body. Alright. Just do like I do usually and take out the healer first. Hey, break the walls down! Hi! Healer? No. No healers. How does healing a skeleton work? Does it get flesh again? Healer? No. Level 48 now. Okay.
Can't do that yet.
This is starting to be a thing. Oh, I gotta be real careful. Okay, I need to start putting safety portals down for this thing. They're ramping up real quick. Because everything here is either a joke or it renders me a joke. Alright. Don't mind me. I'm not gonna mind that piece of junk. And you're not gonna mind me.
Can't do that yet.
That wasn't an actual attack. I just needed the locomotion. Alright, I'm back. Anything in here? Not really. It never is. Okay. There it goes. And... okay, I think this is the next generation of they're hitting me for truckloads of damage. Be a little bit more careful. That's a lot of hit points. Well, I'm still alive. Safety portal back here. Just in case something stupid happens.
I can't do that yet.
And knowing me, now that I dropped the safety portal, I'm just not gonna die. Because now you're on your own, sucker. You bring the ice, but I bring the fire. A blueprint relic ancestor. And a tome of thunder. Tome of Thunder. A book. I should have known. Ancestor, what does this do? Come on. 20% all damage, 4 defensive ability. Shaman skills. Okay. Interesting, given that Shaman is one of those classes I want to be trying out more. But not right now. It doesn't matter just yet. Hi. Anything here? Not really. Anything there? Not really. There was stuff over there, I think, and it wasn't locked. What happens if I go over this way? Hi. Oh, you got ectoplasma all over the place. That. See, either you're a joke or you kill me in 2 hits. There is no, like, in between. Not with Nightblades. Okay, what do we got here? Ah, tower shield. She's so annoyed by that, she's gonna banish you all to hell. Okay. We got something back here. You didn't even have as much health as the other guy. Why should I take you seriously? Yeah, you went down way easier. You didn't even drop anything. Home of Torrents? No. Vile Scorn Leg Plates. These... Ether Resistance, Vitality Resistance. I don't need the cold, I do need the poison. I also need the chaos. So no, we do not have a new pair of pants. So the main thing I was in here was to clear out the center room. Good to know. Ultimately a little lame, but whatever. Yeah, I think I pretty much have to resolve myself that I'm not gonna get anything more really interesting. Unless... Hey, writing of Rolderats. First entry. Maybe I should be looking into more of those. Any more? What is this? Well, I can't go down there, so... Not worried. Oh! The undead are like Diglets. They just pop up. Any more places where I can collect more lore books? Got a first entry. I imagine there's more entries. Hello. Don't you undead guys like to read? I mean, what else do you do all day? Eat? Oh well, it looks like that was just the only entry. You guys don't write much, do ya? That guy. First entry. The end of days is upon us. Glorious Arcovia, beacon to the west, is crumbling from the within. But fear not, brothers and sisters, for we are the chosen of that thing. Here upon the sacred ground of our forefathers, we shall be safe from the ruin brought about by the hubris of the oligarchs. Here we shall outlast the immortal plague and return to the surface as the second dawn of man. It is with heavy heart that I seal the entrance to our temple. May Ishtak have mercy on the damned souls beyond these walls. They will find no solace here. So that's kind of a tease as to what's going on with the Arcovians, but it's not like we didn't know any of that. Now we're just gonna go to Homestead. Also, that guy's just taunting me. Plus, there's a non-zero chance I can get decent armor off these guys. Because I cleared quite a ways into them. What else can I do? Did the Flooded Passage. I'm not going to do Steps of Torment in like the last few minutes of this episode. Corrupted Tomb. Oh, yeah, that. That would be another great thing to do with the rest of this episode. That was Broken Hills. Yeah, one thing about doing this grind over and over again is I'm pretty familiar with this particular rift. I've been in here before. And I kicked a lot of butt. Interestingly, now they're level 45, so they are kind of leveling with me, but not to a huge extent. It's just now I'm kind of supposed to be here. That guy hit me for a lot of damage. But I have a lot of attack damage converted to health, so joke's on him. Treasure! Gloves of blood. Some treasure. Something hit me. Okay. That's a lot of healers. Fortunately, I do great AoE. Bone Daddy. That reminds me of another place I can go to, like that Coliseum-looking place. I'm probably not going to be too over-leveled for that. Okay, now that this is cleared out, let's test out how well I do on Chaos Junk. I'd say pretty well. Oh, it also occurs to me that there's that one Chaos Temple really early in the game, but I'm probably super over-leveled for that, so I don't care. I might take a shot at it, but it's not my priority. And now I can just, like, smash my way through everything in my way. Now go back here, where I was actually doing all right the first time I came around here, and it was actually pretty cool. That said, they still do attack damage converted to health, but now I'm doing way more damage, and they're not gonna keep up with me. Hi. I'm after your boss. These are some big Lovecraftian monsters. Alright. Okay, now what? Man, they're munching through me. Don't know what they were doing, but it wasn't killing me. It was starting to, but it wasn't gonna finish. I'm gonna level up in here, aren't I? Probably these guys are way higher level than me. Yep. You level up faster than you'd think. Okay. Oh, there's a biggin. But he is no match for my whoop-ass sticks. I wield the Khraa'ya now, punks. Okay. We're getting up to it. I'm mostly just clearing you guys out so you don't ambush me later.
Skill's not very good.
So it's definitely worth dropping a safety portal because last time I was in here, I just got iced by all those, ether isn't the right word, but... Nuva. Wow, that's a big one. And it's gonna go down. You've got a boss somewhere around here. A really high DPS one. Is that you? It might be you. Khraa'ya, I think it's you. Yeah, you were the one throwing out those, ether rocks. But now that I actually have good resistances, you are nothing anymore. Did I get the MI? I don't know if I got the MI. That thing's bite. Void touch, Khraa'ya's blade of Soleil's malice. That sounds like absolute crap. What did I wind up getting out of this anyway? Physical, vitality, chaos. Nah, void touch was probably the chaos. So it seems to be base, physical, vitality? I don't think Soleil's Malice does vitality. Not that any of this matters. What's this? Mine! There, good day to you. Now, I didn't actually check this out. Well, where does this go? Kind of a weird place to pop up. Although, now. This isn't the right direction to do what I was thinking of. Although, it is kind of... I could pop over to Four Hills real quick. No, to Four Hills. Twin Falls. That's the one. If I go through here, I can complete a quest. And I might as well... Oh, hey! Another totem. And they stand no chance. I might even have to start being selective about the totems I go after, because if they're low enough level, it really doesn't do anything. I don't know, and it might still be worth it for the blueprints. Lift of the Stormclap. Whoops. Okay. I've hit Control, not the Windows key. 55 energy cost, 4 skill recharge, main hand damage, cold damage, lightning damage. All the elemental damages I don't care about so much. Soul warding, gloves with ether resistance, but you don't have attack speed 12, so I'm not interested. 14 ether resistance. Okay, got some gloves with some good ether resistance. If I respec around to the point where I care, that'll be interesting. That's some serious armor. Healer, so I'm not stuck here forever. Healer, so I'm not stuck here forever. There we go. Oh yeah, there was an order. There was a ghost here. Yeah, the oligarchs are no more. Yeah. By the way, you're an Order of Death's Vigil. I'm aligned with Kaiman's Chosen. You're just lucky I'm not very motivated. Splendid, my trust in you is not misplaced. Speak to Calderos at the Steps of Torment and Broken Hills. He will guide you. A fell blade of alacrity. Yeah, it's a lot of nothing. Where next? I could absolutely do the Steps of Torment next episode. That might be interesting. Now that I'm absolutely meta, and if I stop being meta, I'm gonna change it around. Till then, always be yourself until it stops being meta.